drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. But my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. Yeah. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they're right.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try hauls, but you know this is Music Monday, where we just kind of take a break from the kicks, man. I call this kind of like the quiet before the storm, because one of the things y'all know that I do, other than just pretty much collecting sneakers and making sneaker content, I definitely get heavy involved of music, man, and very versatile at times. You know, I got my main genre, but I mean, every now and then you may catch a kid listening to some Lip Biscuit or something, right? But anyway, tonight's topic, we're talking Lil Wayne breaks his silence about pretty much how he feels, you know, of not being picked to do the Super Bowl in New Orleans, which I still stand 10 toes down on what I said. He should have been the one for this one. But I can play devil's advocate against that whole situation all night long of why I can see why they didn't pick him, right? But at the end of the day, I still feel like you're supposed to give the people their flowers while they're here. So we're going to touch on what Lil Wayne said. I'm going to even play the video and then kind of give my thoughts on it. Then we're going to be talking a few more lawsuits have come up for Diddy as well, including he even lost one, apparently like a default judgment, which I'm very curious how that's going to go. And then we're going to talk pretty much PeeWee Longway. Apparently they have been pretty much picked up. Like over 100 some gang members or something like that I read. And then we'll close it out with Lil Tjay. Apparently there was supposed to be a big bust involving TJ with the cops, but it looks like his lawyer has confirmed that that is not exactly true. So we'll touch on all that tonight, man. Should be a smooth transition between pieces. Plan on be on this joint no more than like a good hour. Y'all know, man, how it is, because, you know, I got to chill and relax some too. But looks like we got No Hype in the building. He's got the salute for us. What up, No Hype? What up? What up? As y'all come in and out of this joint, definitely smash the like button, man. So let's talk Lil Wayne, and then we'll go from there. Let me see which page actually has the video up, because I think they all do, safe to say that. But we will go off of Hip Hop DX real quick, and then I'll play the video towards the live of it. So let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds real quick. Should be sharing the screen, and boom, right here. So pretty much this is where I got this, which I did see the video and what he said. And I got a big up to Wayne, because I'm really surprised at his response. First off, he definitely showed that you can tell that he's gotten older, man. Because I feel like a younger Lil Wayne in his prime would have said something completely different, you know. But he just pretty much said that, you know, it hurt, but it motivated him. Like he, you know, he thought he was already going hard, but now he can go harder. You know, who knows, man? Because Wayne, I feel like, is that gift that keeps on giving. If we're going to give it respect for Lil Wayne for what it goes for, right? He's the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, I've always said this about Wayne, and this is just my opinion, and I'm not trying to diss Wayne at all, because he's definitely still going to be a legend no matter what. I've always said, like, after, like, the Carter, let's say, 4, he could have just strictly just stayed in his features bag and called it a day, man. Like, that's, I felt like, where his bread and butter, just do features. Because at one point, and I'm pretty sure he's done a lot of features, but he's worked with a lot of big names. I mean, like, he even has songs with, like, Beyonce, yo. This is why it makes sense why she could have did it. Because he's got some, like, hits where they can still be commercialized, you know. Lollipop definitely was too, it's got to be performed. Bling Bling with the Cash Money crew, that shit had to be performed. Like, he's got a lot of hits, and this is just what I'm thinking off the top of my head. And then pretty much that one where How to Love, that joint went hard too, low key. How to Love, that shit. Pause. But y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. He's got some songs that's you don't want to play over a big audience or stages such as the Super Bowl. But he's got some classic ones that I feel like everybody's known. So I feel like, I think I speak for a lot of us, like, Wayne shouldn't have had to say nothing, but at the same time, if sometimes silence, he's already speaking already. Everybody had already spoke for him, like Nicki Minaj, which I'm not saying I don't agree or disagree with what she said. And then we saw, I think his manager spoke out on it, which, then finally Wayne had to say what it, and everybody else had it. Even Master P said stuff, man. But let's read through this article real quick. This is just what I know off of it, but let's see what Wayne actually had to say, and I'll see if I can actually play the video, hopefully, because, like I said, I would feel some type of way too, and I'm pretty sure Wayne's been doing this. Let me throw this out there, right? Wayne's got songs from 1999. He's been in the game. I feel like he's definitely put his time in. But it says, Lil Wayne has broken his silence on being passed over for the next year's Super Bowl halftime show in his hometown of New Orleans, admitting it hurt a lot. Following outrage from peers and fans over the NFL's decision to book Kendrick instead of the Nola's own, which, that's New Orleans, Louisiana, says Weezy to perform at the Super Bowl. It says on February 9th, the Young Money leader finally addressed the situation in a video posted on Instagram early Friday morning, September 13th. So Friday the 13th, ironically, I was actually getting attacked, some stuff touched up. So definitely was going through some pain, but I made it. I'm still here. It says, a solemn sounding Wayne began by thanking those who have spoken up in his defense, saying, first of all, I want to say, forgive me for the delay. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I'm going to say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, love, and support out there. Your words turned into arms and held me up when I tried to fall back. He then shared his heartbreaking disappointment at the snub and blamed himself for getting his hopes up over the gig, which he had openly coveted prior to last week's announcement. So I want to throw this out there too. It also doesn't help that people are also showing like his previous performance that he did, I think was with the WWE, and how, this is the guy I want. I think Wayne would take it a little bit more serious and hopefully get, because the thing is, Super Bowl, to be fair, that is he gonna need some assistance, like I think Dre done put the plan together himself, but I think that's another thing. It's like, we don't want y'all just hopping all around on there, just boom, boom, boom. You need to do a show. Y'all got to do a show. Baby, what can you do? You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that. It's like, well, Dre did it. He also has songs where he raps, but he also comes in playing on making like he's playing the beat, right then and there. When I don't think he's probably just got it cut off and just going off the rhythm, so he's not looking that off. I don't know how they do it, but the point, you see what I'm saying? It's a show where your eyes, you don't want to miss it. Even 50 came in hanging upside down, bro, rapping. So that was kind of a good performance. Usher, that's a tough act to follow as well, because Rihanna did hers. Rihanna was okay. But then, like, Usher last year, bro, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Homie did a great job, and I'm talking about, like, I was in this joint about ready to do one of the Usher joints. Like, every song I feel like I knew, and I think Wayne he has the catalog, but does he have the stage presence, the performance? And I know he's been touring and doing it for a long time, but now this is the one of the biggest stage of all time, and it can make or break, Both parties take a lot of risk, and from what I hear, a lot of people don't even get paid to do the Super Bowl, and if they do, the budget is like, Usher said he got $500, So, I mean, my thing is this, and I always will ask this question. Okay, say they don't get paid, right? Okay, cool, which is really not. I'm assuming they give them a budget that they ask for all the stuff they want, they'll pay for it. They at least pay for the show, I would hope. Because, I mean, I ain't counting these artists' pockets, but at that level, yeah, they got to have something where they give them, like, all right, this is the budget, and probably anything else you don't use, you can keep. And maybe that's how Usher came up with $500, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that, because they had to use a big bulk of the money, I'm sure. It's not one of those where it's like, here's $5 million, have fun, and next thing you know, like, I don't know. But then again, the Super Bowl probably already got everything you need already. You just got to pick what you want. I would assume they probably already had that on staff, you know? Let me get through the rest of this article real quick. It says, that hurt. It hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about. It hurt a whole lot. He continued, I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown and for automatically mentally putting myself in a position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that. He didn't claim it all the way though. He said that's what he was putting it out there. He was, what I consider what Wayne was doing was speaking it in existence. You know, speaking of stuff in existence, I feel like works too. You know, I can say a lot of things that I like to say out loud, and you just keep doing till eventually you get there. Especially if you're trying to work towards it, like something like Wayne's been doing. Says, but I thought there was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. So it hurt. It hurt a whole lot. But y'all are effing amazing. It made me feel like Ish not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like Ish, you guys reminded me that I ain't Ish without y'all, and that's an amazing reality. So pretty much Wayne, and this is him right here. I thought boy was in the toilet or something like that. I don't know what made him sit right there. And I will say, Wayne, bro, I'm going to say this, and I ain't played the video yet, but, you know, you can tell the guy's been through some tough times, you know, and I'm going to just leave it at that, bro. Like, I know he's a big smoker, but I mean, I don't think it does that. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not accusing him or anything else. But it's just interesting, too, especially how I don't know, man, over the years, man. That's what we should do a live on, the transition of Wayne over the years. Like, when did it really hit? Like, because I feel like it was like he was looking, you know, like typical Wayne one day, and then, like, it feels like the next day out of nowhere, it's like, have you seen Lil Wayne lately? Bro, I don't know. He's tried a lot of different things. It says, Wayne concluded, so, like I said, it broke me, and I'm just trying to put me back together, but my God, have you all helped me. Thanks to all of the peers, my friends, my family, my homies on the sports, television, and everybody repping me. I really appreciate it. I really do. He says, I feel like I let all of you down, but not getting that opportunity, but I'm working on me, and I'm working, so thank you. So he felt like he felt like he had to do it for the coach, man. This is the video, yeah.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay. The delay on, just the delay. I want to say I had to first of all, I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love, and the support out there. Your words turned into arms and held me up when I try to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown, and for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that, but I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. And so it hurt a whole lot. But y'all are fucking amazing. It made me feel like shit not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like shit, you guys reminded me that I ain't shit without y'all. And that's an amazing reality. So, like I said, it broke me, and I'm just trying to put me back together. But my
All right, so there you have it, man. Wayne pretty much gave a. You can tell I felt I felt the pain right there for Wayne, bro. Bars, no pun intended, right there. But, bro, it's like he really felt like and everybody spoke out on it. So it says Birdman, Juvenile, Master P, and Boosie Badass were among those who expressed disapproval over Lil Wayne not being picked as the 2025 Super Bowl halftime headliner. Few were a vocal as Young Money disciple Nicki, though, who slammed the decision in an explosive social media rant. So, I mean, yeah, everybody kind of felt some type of way. Nicki seemingly directed her anger at Jay-Z, who alongside Roc Nation has helped organize the halftime show since 2020, accusing him of denying Lil Wayne the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity over personal grievances. Yeah, I don't think there's beef because I thought at one point Jay had helped Wayne take care of some tax debt or something like that, but don't quote me on that. It says, denying a young black man who he rightfully put into his game for no other reason but your ego. You hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT, she wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter. So it's kind of weird saying that because they won't let that Twitter term go. Because I don't know if he just wants to be called X, but I guess they do that, formerly known as Twitter. That's the whole name. It says, Nola, what's good? Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out. A white man. Ish is sad. House N-word things, but it's good for them. No loyalty. Well, these N-words will help sunning you. Says, appearing to throw more insults at Hove, Nicki added, got everything in the world, still spiteful and evil. Disgusting. Be happy Abed gave a effing happy N-word in rap business and women business. When you got the politicians and the police, you good though. Plus that ugly Laffy Taffy alien. So dang, who is Nicki Sheik going in at Jay and who else? Nicki cemented was echoed by Cameron, which Cameron did say, says, who has implied his former Rockefeller label boss was to blame for Lil Wayne being overlooked. Man, this is my thing too. Everybody got a boss at the end of the day. Everybody got a boss at the end of the day. And Jay may have some heavenly big influence, but does he have the power to make the final call? I don't know. It's just a rhetorical question here. It says, it's one person who stopped this. It's not really a secret. Lil Wayne had a problem with somebody before who's kind of part of the organization running it. He said on his sports talk show, it is what it is, referencing Jigga and Tunchi past rivalry. Says, this is payback. Who's Lil Wayne's artist? Drake. This is crazy. Bro, it's ridiculous. He added, Lil Wayne not to be performing in New Orleans for the Super Bowl is a dridgerous, and I got to stop. So everybody obviously felt some type of way about that ish, man. And I completely understand. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Kind of lost a page here, but I'm almost done with it anyway. So let me scroll through real quick. Keep going. He says, it's only one part. Yeah, we read that part. It says, this is payback. Got that one. So the last part says, neither Jay-Z nor Kendrick Lamar have yet to address the backlash, although the Compton rapper did release a comeback new song earlier this week, hitting out the music industry, which some have interrupted as something of a response to the uproar. I don't know. But he didn't say nothing directly. And I feel like he knows Lil Wayne deserves it. No disrespect to Kendrick. And I don't like to be like one of those people that one of y'all think I'm hating on Kendrick because I'm not. That's not my thing here. But I still want to give credit where credit is due. And I just want to leave it at that, you know. They definitely still, Wayne definitely still deserves, you know, his flowers, man. And I think him and Jay, I don't know if it's something. I said I don't feel like Jay would have snubbed him, man. That's not my thing. I don't feel like he would have did that. But let me read through this article real quick. We're going to transition to the former Dirty Money member. Kalina Harper denies claims made in Don Richards' Diddy lawsuit. So pretty much Don is suing Diddy, right? and some do not align with my own truths. So we're gonna be discussing this. Cause remember, they were in the group Dirty Money. So Diddy's had a lot of groups, man, and then also we're going to talk pretty much the emergency motion to overturn the $100 million SA lawsuit judgment, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about that too, but I'm going to try to do a play on words here because I'm only going to be on the joint for like another 30 minutes if y'all don't mind. So let's see real quick. So we'll read through this one. It says, Harper shared on social media that she didn't witness the abuse that Richards claimed she did. So this is going to make her case even hard because obviously, not saying she's taking Diddy's side, but this isn't helping the story here. It says the former Dirty Money member Kyla Harper claims that she never saw Sean Diddy Combs abuse Cassie. Okay, that's check one. TMZ reports that Harper, who mentioned 33 times in Don Richards' lawsuit against Diddy, spoke out on the social media saying, while I fully respect Don's right to recount her experiences, I want to emphasize that her account reflects her personal perspective and should not be interpreted as any universal truth applicable to everyone involved. So, saying she's not saying it's not true, but she's saying, hey, some of us were okay with what was going on. You know, is what I got from that. Again, this is just me reading this, right? It says, Harper shared a statement on Friday. In it, she distanced herself from the situation, saying, many of the allegations and incidents described in this suit are not representative of my experiences, and some do not align with my own truth. Additionally, she denied knowing any behavior that could be considered abusive or unlawful. So, there you go. So we kind of just read through what she just posted right here on social media, which I'm going to keep it 100, dog. When I see stuff like this, I be like, I hope everything's okay. I don't usually read, even though I probably just technically read through the summons of the summed up version, but when I see somebody post like this on social media, when and or if I do get on there, I'm like, oh, heck no. Homie got a lot to say. Just make a video. You know, that just be my thought process with it. It says the former Diddy member Kylie Harper has released a statement regarding her group mate Don Richards' lawsuit against Diddy. Was it Don Richards was like originally a part of like Danity Kane? Like, remember with RBO Day and all them? Don't tell me why I know this, but yeah, or don't ask me why I know this, I just do. It says a couple days ago, Richards filed a lawsuit for alleged pattern abuse that began when she took part in making the band in 2004. Richards additionally claimed that she saw Diddy, former partner, the late Kim Porter, leave a video shoot, crying with injuries on her face. Says Richards' lawsuit also claims that her and Harper witnessed an incident in which Diddy tossed Cassie against the wall, choked her, and dragged her up and set of stairs. After Richards and Harper suggested to Cassie that she leave, Diddy allegedly told her, y'all B words got to get in my relationship. Don't tell my B word what she need to be doing. Just make money and shut the F up. Damn. Oh, he's snapping. My thing is he was doing that to Cat. What would have stopped him from hitting them too? You know? I don't know. I'm not trying to give him an out. I just would like to know, like, I mean, if anything, is he going to own up to any of this, or is he just going to try to settle this as much as he can? Because also keep in mind, I don't know if you've seen floating around, but Diddy has also got his LA mansion on for sale right now. Which let me look that up. I know I probably posted it in Discord, but let me look it up real quick. I want to see how much he's selling a home for right now. Let's see. Diddy sells home. Let's see. Selling home. Let's see. Selling home. So I think it's actually the one in LA, his Beverly Hills mansion. Yeah, that's the one he's selling right there. Let me see. Yeah, Beverly Hills mansion for $61 million 6 months after. Okay, 61 million. So that's how much he letting that joint go. And I don't think that's how much he paid for the joint. Okay, so he purchased the property in 2014. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Let me share my screen. Boom. So this is where I got it from. So the Megastar purchased the property for $39 million in 2014, just after he had been completed a spec Manny mentioned builder by Naomi. So Yeah, he paid 39 million, but he's selling it for 61.5 million. So if he sells it, then I'm assuming he's obviously whatever he owes on the joint gonna pay it off. Obviously, the lawyer's gonna need some bread, and pretty much he can go back to still living, just quietly. So he's got to sell some property because, I mean, let's look up what Diddy's worth, and I'll kind of break down what I think this means, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Diddy net worth, like, because what you're worth doesn't mean you always have the money. Like, that's not what they have in cash. So I'm just gonna show you what Google has here. Let me share my screen. Doesn't know if this is true or accurate or not, so this is all alleged. Whole live is alleged and opinionated best says, as he has several business ventures and properties that add up to an estimated $1 billion. So yeah, he's had stuff worth $1 billion. However, you know what I mean? He has to pretty much, yeah. And then you see right here now it's going down to 600 million because he's had to sell off some stuff. This is updated from like 7 days ago. Again, still a good living though. But as obviously he don't have to spend several hundred million. And keep in mind, him and Cassie settled out of court and he had to pay her something. We don't know what it was, and it's probably that she can't say or speak on it. But that right there is another sign like, yo, you already live in a certain lifestyle. Usually they probably already got the budget up where, they don't need to be taking any major losses. And this probably applies to anybody, But let me get back to the article real quick where I left off. Where we at real quick, it says Richards claimed they threatened. Says Richard also claimed that he threatened to end their careers and added, I shelve careers you could be missing. You B words want to D today. I'm going to just say it like that because YouTube, sometimes they flag these Music Mondays, bro. And I know it's because probably there's some stuff I be reading. It says, via his legal team, Diddy responded to the lawsuit claiming to be shocked and disappointed and that the suit itself was manufactured series of false claims, all in the hopes of trying to get a payday. Says, if Miss Richards has such a negative experience with making the band and Danny Kane, keep in mind, so making the band, Danny Kane, and she did Dirty Money, she would not have chosen to continue working directly with Mr. Combs for Dirty Money. Boom. That's a valid question. That's a valid question. Nor would she have returned to the Making the Band reboot in 2020 or agree with features on the Love album last year, said Diddy in a statement provided to Complex by the attorney Erica Wolf. It's unfortunate that Miss Richard has cast their 20-year friendship aside to try and get money from him, but Mr. Combs is confident, standing on truth, and looks forward to providing it in court. So, yeah, that's going to add up. So we can see why, that his net worth may be between $1 billion and $600 million. Again, all good money. I'm not saying that, I'm not going to tell you the guy is broke, man. The guy, I've always said this too, man, about Puff. I'm convinced everybody's going to make $1 million in their lifetime in general with just general work, because you got to survive. But you ain't going to probably see it because you're going to be too busy paying your bills and your lifestyle and this, that, and the third. So I feel like everybody can make $1 million, but can you make it to a couple million where you notice it? Not everybody has that. And Diddy turned it up to $1 billion. That's saying something, He's a real businessman. And he said he's always just had that hustler mentality since like day one. So that's one thing I want to give him credit for, So, but let me read through this one right here. It says Diddy files an emergency motion to overturn a $100 million SA suit judgment. So the guy apparently that did it, from what I got from it, he's locked up. But we're going to read through this real quick. It says, Diddy has filed an emergency motion to overturn the $100 million default judgment he was hit with for not responding to the SA assault lawsuit from a Michigan inmate. See? Michigan inmate. The guy's locked up, known for frequently filing civil suits. So he's got a record of doing this already. So the judge, I feel like, still should have, I don't know. Says, according to the legal documents obtained by TMZ on Thursday, September 12th, the in-battered music mogul said he was never served with the suit and that he not only had no idea who the 51-year-old Derek Lee Carlito Smith is, he had no idea about the suit until he was hit with the default judgment earlier this week. So, and that's whenever, obviously there's an uproar. So the default judgment means, like you said, like no show. So case, like, I'll give you an example. This was usually happening. This has happened with me before. I'll speak for myself. We got pulled over by the cops. I had one of those tickets where because of I was going over the speed limit like by a lot. I had to go to court. I got a ticket to go to court to see the judge, But when I showed up, thank God the officer that served me, that he didn't show up. So when they don't show up, that means he didn't show up. Then it's a default judgment. Like, it's ruled as dismissed, So they dismissed the joint. So let me read through the rest of this real quick. And it was out of like middle of nowhere. It was kind of like a hike, bro. But let me read through this. It says his legal team also noted this man is convicted felon and S predator. I'm gonna say that. Who has been sentenced on 14 counts of SA and kidnapping over the last 26 years. His resume now includes committing a fraud on the court from prison, as Mr. Combs has never heard of him, let alone been served with any lawsuit. Mr. Combs looked forward to having this judgment swiftly dismissed. It says they also said that even if Cardo Smith claims were true, the statute of limitations expired in 2007. So Diddy's not worried about this one. That's probably why they said we're not even going to entertain this, and then probably somebody let the balls drop through the crack. Pause. But yeah, so I'm assuming is if they don't have that guy. Also, I want to note that from what I've seen, he doesn't have an attorney. He don't have an attorney working pro bono. He showed up representing himself. So that's how you know that Diddy them guys couldn't, because that would have been an easy one. Diddy would have had to show up. What his attorney would have showed him like boom, 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 and they would have been like, yeah, get out of here. Not saying it's not true or not, because we don't know. But they said even if it is true, the statute of limitations up, because this was from 2007. It says, in addition to asking to vacate the judgment, Diddy's legal team is asking to dissolve a temporary restraining order or a preliminary injunction which had been granted to Cornelio Smith in August. In his initial filing, Cornelio Smith claimed that Diddy drugged and SA'd him at a party he also was working at in Detroit in 1997. He then filed a restraining order against Diddy in August to prevent him from selling assets that could be used to pay for the lawsuit. My thing is this. If homie is obviously been locked up and did a lot of research, because like my thing is this, you still like, I know some people right now, and I'm not gonna say who, had to go through some legal stuff recently. And if they had some people, they were kind of representing themselves, and one person had an attorney, and the judge they were losing or getting stuff thrown out or dismissed because the paperwork wasn't filled out properly, and they didn't let you fill it out right there on the spot, So that's that, and I think they did it wrong 2 different times, but I think everything should be pretty much coming to, fruition. But it says, but now my thing is, if this guy can do that and fill it out correctly and then win it, he's been reading up and doing something. I'm gonna give homie a little credit. But he had to know that, like when the lawyers show up, bro, you got to really come with it. Not saying he can't, because I've also seen a video where a man did the crime and he represented himself and he did a way better job, and you could tell he just was in there studying. He did lose, but I gotta give him. Even the judge said, I'm gonna give you credit for your work here. She said, she's like, but I hate to do this. She said, had you would have used your powers for good, you would have been an excellent, attorney. A great attorney. And then so, because all the other attorneys was getting mad at him. They were like, the judge like, you gotta let him. He has a right. She gave him the benefit of the doubt. I think the judge was just as appalled and surprised as I was. I'm like, wow. Like, and if you see the guy's image, bro, you be like, this dude, no, he ain't got a chance in hell. But actually, when he spoke, you could tell he had like that one of those minds that was out of there. But he actually was on something. He was actually, he had me thinking. I'm like, maybe just maybe, But then it's like, nah, who else, bro? Homie had dropped the ball. He could have almost got away with it. But he had the DNA stuff too much attached to it, which crazy is he tried to burn all, which just fun fact, and don't none of y'all try this, but if you do something allegedly, right? Allegedly, apparently, if you don't want nothing traced back to you, the only thing that you can hope to do to get majority of it away is burning. It's very hard for them to trace that. You know what I'm saying? Like you pretty much the gun or whatever item you use, you better make sure they can never find it nowhere. I mean, like nowhere. Trace it nowhere. It's done. Throw it in a lake, but then who's to say it won't float up? Who knows? You got to clean the prints off that joint really good, but then they're going to be really suspect. And if it just washes up and then it's not fully yours, so you got to make sure it's done. So, I mean, can you really burn a gun though? I mean, you can try. You know, it's probably not the smartest thing to do. But I'm saying, like, you know, if you do all that and you don't want any of the blood and all that, that's the only way you can burn it up. Think about stuff. You can, if you ever set stuff to fire, it burns so crystal, like there's no way, you know, it's all set. And that's what it seems like that whoever did it, that's what they were going to do or was trying to get all of it. But I don't think they got it done. Let me hit the rest of this real quick. It says Cordero Smith also shared a log of his visitation record, which included Diddy's name and alleged that he was offered $2.3 million to dismiss the lawsuit, but rejected it. And in other Diddy news, he officially looked to offload his Beverly Hills mansion for an eye-watering sum, the same spot that was raided by the feds against earlier this year. It says, according to Page 6, Puff has listed the home property for $61 million following the reports that he was preparing to sell it. The 13,000 square foot property is located in the Squeaky Platinum Triangle of Los Angeles, which encompasses the adjacent neighborhoods of the Beverly Hills, Homecomely Hills, and Bel Air. So when I think of Bel Air, I can't help but think of Fresh Prince. Or we can also think of the Bel Air Fives. It says, according to the property description, the fully remodeled home boasts of luxury paneled entirely foyer with a sweeping staircase battered in natural light, and also with a large living room, formal dining room, wine cellar, office, and a gourmet kitchen with a family room and separate catering kitchen. Wow, sheesh. Says the future buyer will also enjoy a state-of-the-art theater and the seats 35 guests, as well as a 2-story guest house with a large gym, recording studio, and additional guest bedrooms. He purchased the property 10 years ago for $40 million. So I think they said a little under 39-ish. So 39, 40 million. So either way, homie's trying to double that profit. Property is supposed to go up over time. And I know that's one of the things that pretty much is something that's kind of been like a major thing, is just buying stuff now, you know, like as far as like the market, you know, for like homing. So I have looked into it, but it is expensive. You got to be on your A game. So let's transition to the next story here for the last 15 minutes, and then we'll close out with Lil Tjay, and we'll be out of this joint. Just 15 more minutes on this joint. Says PeeWee Longway reported among 101 people arrested in a $280 million drug bust. Now, I always thought he worked with Young Thug and them, but I don't think he's a part of YSL. I just think he's part of, like, he's from ATL. Bars. But we're going to read through this real quick, and then we'll cover up Lil Tjay, and then we'll cover Lil Tjay and then get out of there. Says, over 250 agents and analysts, as well as even a SWAT team, swarmed the streets of Columbus, Georgia to make the arrest. Wow. Says, where we at? It says, PeeWee Longway has reportedly been arrested alongside 101 people in connection to a massive drug bust in Georgia involving millions of dollars on Friday. Musco County Sheriff Greg Court County Countryman announced in a press conference that his department arrested 101 people and seized millions of dollars in drugs, guns, and cash. The hit was known as Operation Sweet Silence and took place on Thursday. The operation started 2 years ago when officials plotted to take down street gangs in Columbus. It says, on the ground, over 250 agents and analysts from federal, local, and state agencies and 7 SWAT teams swarmed the streets of Columbus to apprehend the multiple individuals who were considered armed and dangerous. The drugs that were taken included 71.1 kilos of fentanyl, 7.21 kilos of cocaine, 248 pounds of marijuana, sheesh, and 1.3 kilograms of heroin. The Muskie County Sheriff's Officer claimed that the total value of the drug seized was over $200 million. Them boys, who were their customers? Like, just having all that? I mean, maybe that's what it's worth, but are they getting it though? I mean, if you have to sell it all to reach max profit, I would assume. But I mean, even if they say it's worth 200 million, but they got to be bringing in at least a few milli every year. I don't know how the drug games work, so I'm just making my best guess here. It says there's no official word on Longway's role in the bust, but several reports stated that he was arrested amongst the 101 suspects. Sheriff Greg Countryman counted and ended the gang activity in Columbus and issued a warning to anyone still participating in the offensive and violent crimes. It says, if you're involved in criminal activity, I want to send this message to you. Just because your name was not caught in the arrest yesterday, don't want you to relapse, said the sheriff. I don't want you to breathe a breath of fresh air, a sigh of relief, because our work is not done. Just because you were not arrested does not mean that you are not looking at you. So don't get too comfortable because our work is not finished. So he letting you know right now, he knows there's probably still some more people involved. It says 55,000 pounds of weed. That's 27.5 tons. Why would you gather that much weed? Can't make sense of it. Says free PeeWee Longway. Says great job to everyone who participated in taking these drugs and thugs off the streets to make a safer place. Says great job co-worker at work who took my wife. You stopped showing her attention, going to sleep early, and says taking her on dates. What would you gonna think's happen? More of the story, if you leave your B parked, she will get towed. That was a bit much from him. Says it's a wrap. He's never gonna leave the gate. And says he threw. So I mean, it doesn't sound like it's looking good, and who knows what the deal could be on the table. But yeah, who knows, man. But I don't wish jail or prison time on anybody. So I'm just gonna keep it at that, because people got families, lives, you know. But at the same time, there is also, and I can contradict this as well, what they say: don't do the crime if you can't do the time. It's one of those OG sayings, one of those old words, but it's true, man. You gotta make, if you not, don't come in, if you're not really about it, don't step in it, you know. And that's just how it goes, man. So everybody asks why I just kind of move militantly and try to chill. I'm like, bro, really, I'm trying to just live life. I ain't trying to put myself in no more sticky situations. Because I know what it's like when you're standing in front of a judge who won't even look you in the face. And if they do look you in the face, you could tell they're looking at like, you sure you want to go through with, I don't want to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I done been several ways into it. And I had one where they supposedly felt sorry for me, but they still didn't rule in my favor, you know? But let me read through this Lil Tjay situation for like the last 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap things up here for the night. Appreciate everybody coming through and showing love for sure, man. Definitely was a good one. Smooth transition, I feel like. My bad, y'all. Need a little bit of water because I have been talking for like, 49 minutes. But let's go. Says Lil Tjay not arrested in federal gang indictment, lawyer says. Think about it. They really have been trying to across the country, it seems like, because Tjay, I think, lived from New York, New Jersey-ish, or it says, yeah, it's the Slattery gang in the Bronx, New York, so New York. But I'll say, if you think about the stuff that's going on with Young Thug and them, which I almost covered some updates on that, but I mean, like, the way that trial's going, I feel like we can take a few breaks from that. You got to also think that, who else? There was other gang involvements, too, that's been going on, too. Like, obviously, the ones we just report on here with PeeWee Longway. It'd just be surprised. Even remember the 6ix9ine Trey, 6ix9ine situation? You know what I'm saying? What is it? Gorilla Gang, I think. Who was it that had to take a plea deal? The dude that was on Casanova 2X or whatever. He had to take a plea deal, you know? This is just off the top of the dome. But let me read through this article real quick, and then we'll wrap things up here for the last 10 minutes. Says Lil Tjay's attorney has denied reports that the rapper has been arrested as a part of the federal indictment targeting the Slaughter Gang in the Bronx, New York. It was speculated that Lil Tjay, real name Timon Merritt, was one of the 20 individuals who were arrested as a part of the investigation into 14 shootings in the Fordham area of the Bronx between 2020 and 2024. Says the gang are also accused of using social media to promote violence and boast about their shootings. Everybody kind of does that, though. It don't mean it's always true. But then again, they have a strong speculation, I'm sure. Says a list of gang members named in the indictments were previously released, and while Tjay was not mentioned, an alleged photo of his mugshot led to speculate that he was part of the indictment. So again, that's why I didn't cover it, because I knew it would be like more to come with this situation. It says the rapper attorney has now sought to clarify the confusion surrounding his client. Attorney Don Ferrulio said in a statement, despite the recent reports, we want to clarify that my client, rap artist Timon Jaden Merritt, professionally known as Lil Tjay, has not been indicted. We are aware of several news outlets that have shared false information regarding his legal matter, and we wish to address this inaccuracies. So we urge all media outlets to exercise caution and assure proper due diligence before publishing speculative or unfounded claims. Reporting inaccurate information not only damages reputations, but it misleads the public. So I'm assuming he can't go after them for the false information, because really, yeah, so they looked at, but that's not him though. But that's the mugshot, I guess they thought so. But it looks like him, so maybe they did, like maybe somebody edited it in or not. But that's supposed to be him on the end right here. But I mean, I can see how they see it looks like him, but it's probably not him. Says we saw this, and this was from the post from Code Red. It says Lil Tjay allegedly arrested in Slaughtery Gang indictment. So, and this is where we see it right here, and this is what his attorney has wrote up. So my thing is this: sometime I would assume this is the warning, because I'm assuming if he wants to take legal action against them and actually like send them like cease and desist, like that's kind of like a like for the public, like we can have drawn, anybody could have drawn that up, you know, but I'm assuming this is legit. But we could say like if he sends cease and desist and threaten to sue them, that's gonna cost more money from the attorney. Trust me, the attorneys charge for every little thing, bro. Some of them charge just to talk to them. Like, say if you're not already don't have them on payroll, so check this out. They do a consultation. You know, not even a tattoo artist usually charge, I think, for the consultation. Some do, some don't. Maybe nowadays, but you know, you can get the consultation, and I think the consultation you may have to. They probably pay some, but you know, this is kind of like now, like attorneys' consultations is like literally. I seen some as low as $50, all the way up to $250. And I guess the ones who really wasn't getting hit like that, then they probably gave you like, okay, cool, I'll talk to you for 15 minutes, you know, for free. Anything longer than that, then I'm going to have to put, you know, we're going to have to start taxing. I'm telling you, these guys, it's like they charge, like I said, when they say they charge for everything, they charge for everything. So hence why Diddy probably had to, you know, move some money and make some business moves, man. His attorneys can't be cheap, especially at the way the lawsuit's getting thrown at him. But it says, not being named in the Slaughtery Gang indictment, Lil Tjay has been plagued by a number of legal issues since rising to fame in 2018. It says earlier this year, Tjay was arrested on his 23rd birthday over an outstanding warrant for a missed court date, which he probably didn't know about or probably forgot about. It says, after being released on bond, the Calling My Phone hitmaker posted a picture of himself boarding a private jet. Says before that, he was booked for reckless endangerment in 2023 after live streaming himself driving. Interesting. So he was booked for okay. So that was kind of shady though. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of shady. Because I don't think they had that one. I mean, who doesn't do that? But I guess you're not supposed to do that. And he is somewhat somebody, you know? It says, the arrest was filmed by Lil Tjay on Instagram Live with the footage showing him telling officers, nah, do not touch me. Bro, what am I under arrest for? Says one of the cops then told the Bronx native to turn around and he refused. No N-word, no bro. Hell no. What's in the car? He says, I don't know what's in the car. Don't touch me. There's no firearm in the car. Okay, so don't sometimes just gotta be quiet too, bro. That wasn't even, he just said that last part, the firearm part, he didn't have to say that, Um, he could have just left that alone. Let me get back to the joint real quick. It says no firearm in the car. And then I'll read the last little article of this, and then we'll wrap things up for like the last 5 minutes. He says he was then restrained by multiple officers, handcuffed, and taken away. Says Lil Tjay also previously turned himself in over a gun case relating to when he was shot multiple times in 2022 and forced to undergo emergency surgery to save his life. I don't see why he has to show up for that one. Why he's got to be named? Because I know why. Because rumors is they the guy also returned fire, and now they want to know whose gun it is, because I don't think it was a registered firearm. But had he not had it, they would have took them guys out. You know what I'm saying? I think, right? Allegedly, don't quote me on none of this. It says Lil Tjay puts friend on blast for allegedly snitching on him and where his rats. I mean, so that was in March 2023. I mean, that come with the game, So, but I don't know what's going on with Lil Tjay, man. But I do hope him the best. I do like a lot of his music. Not all, but I feel like he could be, how should I say this? He could be a little bit more well known than what he is. I mean, obviously he's doing his thing, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I feel like just you gotta get away from that lifestyle too, I feel like. But again, sometimes, what's the saying? Okay, I got the saying, right? It is, you can take some people out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of them, And sometimes, he trying to move correctly, but if you still left your hood and you got all these ops, that you gotta be. My thing is, you can't be going, even though people want to be like, yo, you left the hood, this and the third. Sometimes you supposed to leave you can't. This where we see it happen too, where people try to stay in the same hood with just that extra money. People around you gonna get super jealous. You're just gonna become a target. So to be honest, you gotta move. No disrespect, you gotta move now you gotta move on your level, or else you just gotta move on your level. And just, it sucks because you're like, man, I could have so much more living back there. You can, but you can't, because somebody always gonna be trying to take it from you. But that's what we say, like we was talking behind the scenes in the Goodfellas, where that's some of the problem too, where being middle class is like, you pretty much you make enough money to afford it, but you don't make not enough money to qualify for something free, or something good or discount. So it's just like, nope, you're fine. You're doing what you're supposed to do. So you're pretty much spending all your bread, like that's my thing is like, it's a rock and a hard place is what I call middle class, man. And I consider myself middle class, but sometimes it sure don't feel like it, man. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But hopefully the best for TJ, because as he got more cases, as you guys just read, hopefully he can reach some type of settlement. I know it can't be cheap. So, and if his attorney's still having to do more work, yeah, that just come with the game. Trust me, I know. So glad I got my attorney situation and everything squared away, because I'm putting myself back on the main screen, because when I tell you, I hated when I had those cases, because, bro, it's like waiting for the unknown, fearing the unknown, and then when they contact you, you need to pay, you gotta pay something. It's expensive. To me, it was expensive, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Everybody budget different, but that's why I say this too, man. And this can go across the board with all the stuff we talked about tonight as I wrap up with the Diddy situation, with Lil Tjay. Then we got, who else we said? PeeWee Longway. Those guys got arrested. Yeah, man, you gotta be careful out here, and it's very simple. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You know what I'm saying? And then that's just something that, not saying anybody's guilty of anything or not, but it's just one of those, it's simple. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. And I'll just leave it at that for the night. Also, we did go over Lil Wayne's breaking his silence. Pretty much him blaming himself for the situation. At the end of the day, what I want to do say about this, man, Wayne, I do feel like deserved that halftime performance. And hold your head up. Like he said, he's just gonna work harder, I'm sure. You know. But again, like I said, I could play devil's advocate all day long against that situation where I can think of a few things myself where he may have possibly prevented him from getting that spot that he always wanted, man. But I mean, sometimes you gotta take the big. Somebody gotta take the higher road, man. But other than that, man, let's wrap things up. For the night. I've been on this joint for an hour. Y'all definitely smash that like button, sub to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and you know this is Music Monday. In the meantime, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up, where, you know, we continue to talk, obviously, more music, sports. We obviously talk a lot of sneakers over there, and it is free to sign up. But other than that, I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. And you know, I definitely got more content on the way. Other than that, yeah, my name is Jeremy Jones. And yeah, y'all smash that like button on the way out. And yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. Yeah. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember.